welcome back to my channel. This is Sabrina from Sabrina's Books and Crafts, and we are doing this beautiful Ever Moment canvas. I don't even know if you will see the whole picture, but this is a mountain and trees and stuff like that. And I'll show you just the whole picture, I guess, because that doesn't make sense what I was trying to do. And I need my inventory sheet, of course. And there it is. And I'm almost halfway through. I'm about here. And in this area, I guess. So I have my boat ready, I have my wax not ready, awesome, where is it? Oops, sorry for bumping you. And I need my tweezers, watch out, another bump I guess. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Alright, this is if you wonder, this is my way of working. I have this section, the first section is done here, over there. This is the second one, and I just have a couple of colors left, and I already opened the new one because this is just my way of doing a diamond painting. When I have a couple of colors left, I already start the new section and fill first this one with everything, with the colors, and open up the next one so that I don't have to change the colors that often. So I'm going for this thing here. Okay. So what I wanted to talk, 38, 42, 38, oh, perfect, 42. I just grabbed it in my box and I instantly got the right number. Haha. Awesome. So, alright, double check. 3842. I'm sorry if you hear some cars or whatever driving by. I have the balcony door open because it's just so warm. It's just, I don't know, what time is it? 7:30. I just hadn't any clocks here, so alright, there we go. And I am starting with new wax. I am very well prepared, as you can see today. So yeah, awesome. I know, I honestly, I just kind of felt I had to film because I didn't have any videos left. I did upload all I had, so I just had to make new ones. And right, so I'm starting now. I guess I will do 2 or 3 today. And, oh, what is new? I made me a trash jar. You see that? This is an old yogurt jar that we had. And, I mean, it's a big one. See that? And just that much trash. Not from this picture, from all I had. And I had it in a little, in the paper things that I always make. Where I have my drills, but this thing was getting kind of full and I was scared that it will burst the sides, so I changed that, and I just found it because I don't know why we had that in the place where it was, so alright, today, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about something, and I'm sorry, I painted my nails, but they were very bad, and I had a little ouch on my thumb, so please just ignore the spot here. Right. And so alright, yesterday, awesome day. It was a very, very, very stressful day with a lot of not working and a lot of sit around, and this is a thing that stresses me out even more than when I have to constantly work, because right now as a teacher I do have some time when there is no teaching lesson, and those hours that freak me out. I'm not like that. I hate it when I just sit around and I'm not getting paid, when I'm just sitting around like waiting that the time will pass. I am not a person who likes that. And alright, doesn't matter, I was stressed out. And of course my boyfriend didn't really, or the man, I don't know how. I think boyfriend always sounds that young. I mean, we're in our 30s. We are 30 something. I mean, I'm 29 for the 5th time this year, but who cares? But who counts? So, and he was stressing me out on a very, very, very high level. I was like, I had a little problem. I couldn't really walk because I have to carry so much stuff in school. I did carry yesterday like 200 sheets of paper plus some papers that I need for writing, then stuff that I had to look through and put a grade on it, and I have to carry that all the time. I don't have a space where I can just put it. I don't have a space where I can store it. I don't. Because, yeah, awesome school system. Or system in the school. Not so school system. Doesn't matter. So, I had to run around all day because we have a plan of which rooms are taken and which rooms are free. So, very easy, you just check it and you know, okay, when I have an hour off, I can just go in there and have my peace and quiet and just do my things. Yesterday, I checked it, and all rooms that were said were free were not free. Awesome. So I was wandering around looking for a freaking room where I can just finish my work because I couldn't finish it in the hour before. And right, so, and this huge heavy bag is constantly putting pressure on my hip and bumping on it, of course, like bumping on it when I walk. And it was on Tuesday. I have a day from 8 o'clock to 4, and you can just say that every time when I walk around, and this is like 4 hours, because this is like a constant walk, because you just look for rooms, you look for where you can go. I'll just open the new section to put on the other dress, and I have to see that my camera is not in the way, and I hope I'm not making a shadow. I didn't really pay attention. Oh my goodness. And there. So I was in pain, and not a little bit pain, it was really hurtful. So, and yeah, yesterday it just continued, and I just wanted to go home and have a nice relaxing day. So then I knew my boyfriend was going to his father because he had an amplifier for us, because I don't know. I mean, honestly, my only comment was, I guess there's a hitch on it, because they are not giving us, I don't know, a oh my god expensive amplifier just for free with the sentence, we don't need it anymore. Because this is usually, I mean, we have to see, this is my boyfriend's family, and we learned that they are just, they just want everything for themselves. They don't do something nice for other people. There's always something around it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's nice, awesome. Then yesterday, my boyfriend was standing in front of our apartment door, knocking on it, because he was too lazy to take out his own key, with a speaker and I don't know which, a radio, a stereo, a system thing, I don't even know. And yeah, and smiling at me like, hey, I'm home. I was like, what is that? He was like, yeah, well, speaker. And I said, why do we have a speaker? We do have 4 speakers, so I don't know why. I thought you just need an amplifier, or a new amplifier. So turned out, no, it's the whole stereo system. And that was the moment when I wasn't very happy about it, because those speakers are almost as tall as I am, and I'm 1.70 meters. So, and they kind of reach up to my shoulder. And I was just like, okay, where the hell do you want to put it? And he was like, yeah, well, we can put this one in front of your DVD shelf. And I was like, what? No, we're not putting this one in front of my DVD shelf, because, no. Because why do we have to put it in front of my DVD shelf? I mean, just explain, my boyfriend and I, we do have two DVD shelves. No, actually it's 4. I mean, from IKEA, so those small, those pretty thin things. And we just had, I mean, we had DVDs on our own, so we said we wouldn't mix them up. So we just kept ours to ourselves. And I have my part on the one side of the living room cupboard thing that we have, and he has his on the other side. So, and that works very good. And yeah, so in front of mine there should be now the speakers, or one speaker, and the other one, I don't know, behind the TV. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't know if it makes sense, but go for it. I don't care. Yesterday it was just not a good day. I was mad. I was just not mad. I was totally stressed out. So I didn't care about anything else. And yeah, maybe I should put the trash on my right side when you're right-handed and you have the camera on the left. So, and then I was like, no, I don't think that this is smart, because every time we want to watch one of my DVDs, we have to move the speaker. Yeah, so bad idea. Then my boyfriend is one person who thinks, okay, we have something new, we do that now. So I asked him a couple of times if he just could have a nice, cozy, cuddly, just the two of us, and easygoing evening, because I had a bad day and I just wanted to sit on the couch and yeah, kind of have a pity night, because I'm like, oh, it hurts so bad, please, just can you please do something. Yeah, I had one of those days. So, and now of course he's like a kid who had a new toy, or who got a new toy. So he had to build this thing up right now. Then he had to go down 2 times again to his car to get the stereo system part, where the DVD goes in, the CD goes in, the I don't know, whatever can go in, and the radio is in. And yeah, so, and I was like, how much more is coming? He was telling me something about just the amplifier that will go behind the TV, because there's a little room, so a little bit room left, so we can just put it in there. If it is too big to put it where the amplifier was that he had, or that he has. So that was a huge deal. I mean, it's like man and their technical toys. So, okay, I was like, you know what, go for it, I don't care, as long as I don't have to do something, do it. I'm just sitting there reading. I can't. Today, I can't. And then, I watched. I checked while he was getting the rest from his car. He had to take those huge IKEA bags that you probably all know, those blue or yellow, we have a blue one, huge bags. He had to put the cable stuff in it, because his dad already packed these things together, but they kind of missed to separate the cable, so they were just all a mess. I mean, you know, like the Christmas lights that are all just a bunch of cables in one together. That was what they got us. And I mean, this was just something that I don't know, because I know if I would get something from my parents, some technical stuff that have like 1,000 cable things or wires or whatever, they would pack them together. They would unscramble, I don't know how to say that, and put it in a bag that I can just grab and drive. I don't know. So he was sitting there like a kid with the Christmas lights. He was sitting there and he was struggling with those things, or with those cable things, and I was just like, you know, raising your eyebrow thing. Didn't say a word. You can all be very proud. I didn't say a word. I was just like, oh my god, okay. And honestly, when I heard that they would give us something like for free without paying, my reaction was, well, I guess it's broken. Because, call me a bit weird, but it has always been like that. Every time when my boyfriend got something, you could have, it was sure that there is something up. I mean, don't worry, I have the boat just between those. I wouldn't put it there if it wouldn't hold both. So I was like, okay, yeah, go, do it. And then when he had to, or when he wanted to plug everything in, he was like, there's no power cord. Yeah, there was no power cord because his father just kind of didn't put in the power cord. And honestly, I was sat in a very good mood yesterday. And I was like, yeah, well, I guess he needed it for something else. Oh God, what am I doing? And yeah, okay, honestly, I was just pissed yesterday. So, and my boyfriend, with this nice regional ego trip, he was like, you do have one at your computer. And I was like, yeah, but you cannot take it from my computer. And he was just getting it. He was like, can I take it? Oh, awesome. I was like, what is it going about? What's it about? I don't know. And then he just got it. And I was like, oh, awesome, thank you for asking, but you didn't even pay attention to what I say. So that was nice and didn't really help with my mood. And so, yeah, oh my God, I'm talking about 20. So then, I mean, it keeps going, it just keeps going. Then we did that. I said, okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm done. I'm not in the mood for doing this today. Just do whatever you like, and we'll just go for it. I don't care. I was just done. And V is 794. Alright, double check. 794. Awesome. So, he did plug it in. Then, funny thing happened. It didn't really work. I mean, I know there's settings going on, but it didn't work. So we tried the radio, then there was nothing. I mean, you know, those, when you don't receive any radio stations, this shh, right, we had that. Then we had this in very, very, very loud, without even pushing the volume button. Just, I don't know, just because. So, wasn't really nice. It was so loud. It was really loud. And I was like, you have to turn it down. You can't do that. It is 11, it's almost 9 o'clock in the evening. You can't do that. You cannot be that loud and then complain that neighbors are so loud. You can't do that. So, then he was sitting in front of the TV like a kid playing something. And then he came on to the couch, like next to me, and he was reading the manual. Just by the way, there were some pretty important things that they didn't put in the manual, which is not very smart, because you usually, I mean, I did study this, I know what I'm talking about. You have to put in the technical data just because it might be important. I mean, it is. Yeah, that was like a sarcastic, might be. It is very important, because if you want to put other speakers on it, you have to know if the numbers match. You have to know if you don't ruin one way the stereo system or the amplifier or whatever, or the speakers. So that number wasn't in. So awesome. He was starting to get a little bit pissed. And then out of a sudden the radio started working. He didn't push a button, he didn't do anything. It just started to work. So I was like, okay, what did you do? And he said, nothing. So then not the subwoofer, the amplifier. In Germany it's called subwoofer. Or maybe it's something else, I don't even know. Then out of a sudden the subwoofer, oh damn it, the amplifier was making this noises. And I was like, what is that? And he didn't know. I didn't know. And that wasn't good. Then he was like crawling behind the TV and checking out, and he was just like, well, maybe there is some issue there. I don't know. Maybe there is something. Let's use the motorcycle. Let me just pause this video and I will just close the door because kinda it starts to be very windy and I don't want the door to close in a very loud noise. So I'll be right back and I'll open just the section in the meantime. See you guys very soon. So hello, I am back. And my story is, I'm sorry, but it's not really finished. I'm trying to be faster. So, amplifier, awesome. So, yeah. And he was then complaining about that bit, and I was like, yeah, but I can't change it, I didn't write it, so blame someone else. Then he was like, okay, this is a metal box, and there's no wire out to get it on the safety side. And he was like, I guess it's inside. I was like, yeah, awesome. Awesome. When you can't see if the whole system is safe, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, of course, there's power on it. It's like electricity. You don't play with this. Alright, so I don't care, whatever. And and yeah. So we figured out the radio may be working, maybe not. We didn't know. Then the fun continued. It really did continue. So what was I? A V, I guess, right? It's like 2 minutes and I can't remember. So then we tried to put in a CD. Or an MP3 CD or whatever you want to play. And the CD player, I mean, we all know when a CD player is a little bit older and they are searching for, or they're looking for the start of a music, of a title of one thing. It's like, we all know that, right? And this was constantly, it was during the music, it was while it was playing a track, it was all the time. I was like, well, this is annoying. I'm sorry, but you have to put up, okay, work and talk, Sabrina, work and talk. You have to put up the volume so that you don't hear those annoying noises. He was like, oh yeah, then hear music a little bit louder. And I was like, yeah, awesome, thank you. That's a smart idea. So that was like the one part that wasn't nice. And the second one later, when we tried a DVD. We tried a DVD because it's like all in one. And the DVD, it was nice. We had a very nice sound. Or the start, we had sound but no picture. Then in the second version that we plugged in, we had a picture but no sound. awesome. But both together didn't work. Then it took like maybe 2 more hours. I mean, we were sitting there, or he was sitting there. I was just sitting there and not very helpful, or I tried to be helpful, but I kind of didn't want him to be with somebody's. I mean, I didn't want to ruin it, but I just said that I'm not a big fan of this whole thing. And somehow he did work it out, how it is plugged in, how the setting has to be, that you have a picture and the tone to it. So then we heard it, and we all know when you're in a movie theater, it kind of sounds like you're speaking in a bucket, like those not nice sound. That was when the characters were talking, and I was like, okay, I can't even raise my eyebrow that high. And but the explosions, because he put in Tomb Raider, I don't know, so explosions, shooting, whatever stuff, that had a good sound, but the talking was awful. That was real, like you're talking into a tin, you know those sound. And I was like, well, I don't like it, and I don't think that this is worth like $10, because why? It sounds bad. The amplifier is always making a weird sound when you're listening to a CD. It is making a weird sound, so why do we have to use it? It's not good. Your version was better. And he was pissed because I said something that I don't like it. But I mean, I had my points. It's just, there were 2 annoying sounds, plus a bad sound, plus radio works, doesn't work, has a weird noise on one side, then when you change the radio station, you have an even worse sound. Is it called worser? I don't know. You have worst, the worstest, I don't know. It's just a very, I mean, I know that was wrong, so please don't correct me. I know it was wrong. So we just had a very bad sound. I don't get it. So, but that one is trash. And then he was just, and I mean, it was 10:30. And I was like, okay, you know what, I go to bed. I am not interested in fighting with you again, or in being a bitch here, or saying that it's not good, because I guess you do have 2 ears. You're having 2 ears, you hear it, you know that it's not good. I'm sorry, but I knew that there was a hitch. So, just let me talk about this for a minute. Every time my boyfriend gets something from his family, like without any reason, like no Christmas, no birthday. Oh, by the way, my boyfriend, because he called his dad, because, I don't know, just to check, hey, are you okay? How are you? Those small talk thing. His father said, hey, if you want to come over, you can get your Christmas present. By the way, it is July. And they didn't even care about telling him, hey, we got you something for Christmas. Do you want to come over and get it? No, they didn't. They just had it, or maybe not. I don't even know. But they were like, yeah, well, oh, nice that you called. We are having your Christmas presents still lying around, so go and get it, please. Yeah. But, yeah. They didn't even say something for Christmas. They didn't even say Merry Christmas to us, so I'm not saying something about it. I'm not, because I stopped talking about those people. And so, yeah, doesn't matter. So yesterday was a big success. And after I went to bed, I was just reading and starting to calm down and to be okay and just start to relax, because that was a very long day yesterday. He was taking a shower because he was all sweaty, and when he came out of the shower, he was like, well, yeah, I guess you're right, the sound isn't good, so I'm not convinced about this. And I was like, yeah, awesome. This is what I told you, like, after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes of hearing that sound, I knew that it wasn't good, because I heard it. And honestly, every time he gets something, there is a hitch on it. Every freaking time. And yesterday, that was like, yeah, you know what? I know that, oh, the battery is dying, so I gotta quick change it. Bye. So, hello, we're back for the third time, and I promise I didn't even want to make it that long. So, and where was I? Bitching. Yeah, right. I am always bitching, of course, but I don't even want to. But they, first of all, they always give me a reason to, and second of all, I've watched it, and I am bitching. You know, I'm bitching when they are not nice to my boyfriend. You know what? I got this when it comes to me. I don't even care. I mean, I turned my back on them because I said I won't take this anymore. Oh. Because, I mean, I've told you about this whole mean commenting on myself, on me, on my career, on everything about me. Then they were like saying that I'm not good enough for him, and I'm like, wow, you have no idea how good I am. You have no idea. Because they think that I am, that I try to get his money, which is so not true, because honestly, I do have my own money, and I do have, I'm sorry, but I do have a little bit more money than he does, so why should I get his money? Why should I do that? I mean, I know, I don't get it. I mean, both of us, my boyfriend and I, we do have more savings than his family altogether, because his family is like the spending people. They do go out for dinner, and they, I mean, all the time, and it's not cheap. They go out all the time. They go on trips all the time. Then they do complain that they don't have any money. And I'm like, yeah, well, let me explain you why. And I'm sorry, my nose is a little runny. And yeah, but this, so let's say I turned my back on with some reasons that my boyfriend actually got, and he was, when some of those things happened, he was standing next to me, and he just saw that in that moment I did shut down, because I'm like, okay, you know what, no, I'm out, I don't care anymore. But when it comes to my boyfriend, I do of course care, and when I see that they are like that to him, I don't like it. But I guess every person who's in a relationship doesn't like it when the partner is treated like a freaking idiot by his own family. So no. And I was like, okay, go for it, I don't care, because he doesn't want to turn his back on them. So, and yeah, long story short, that was a very big success. And it just falls into place. You know, it's like a puzzle and all the pieces come together. It's every time we do get in, like, you know, every time you get something from them, you know it's broken. Every freaking time. Every time you get something, it is not working, it is broken, it is bad, it doesn't work. I don't know how you want to say it, but this is something that I did watch for a long time, and this just fills up. It just perfectly fits in the row. It's putting everything together. It is, again, something stupid, and this is the thing that makes me so angry, because I mean, I've watched it, I've seen it. My boyfriend has had a room. He had a room, of course. When you are a kid, you do have a room in your parents' house or apartment or whatever. He had a room for his own, on his own. That was about 10, 11 square meters, like 2 meters by 5 meters, or 4 times 2.5 meters. So it was pretty small. You have a cupboard in, you have a bed in, and then it is actually done. Then you just can walk next to the bed. It doesn't matter, come on. So, and you know, his brother, let me tell you what his brother had. He had the entire 3rd floor of the house. And my boyfriend had a 10 square meter room. Yeah. Let's just say it that way. I mean, it, and the thing is, that makes me very insanely angry that he doesn't get it, or that he doesn't get it because he is used to be the 2nd class kid. He is used to being the 2nd class kid, and that his brother is always getting, yeah, and this is making me go so angry. I mean, who's doing this? And when you see that his brother gets stuff that he needs, he got a laptop or a TV or I don't know what stuff, and my boyfriend gets an amplifier that is broken. Yay! I mean, where is the sense of that? I mean, it makes me go angry, disappointed, sad, mad, I don't know. And that was our entire evening. We just wanted to have, I wanted to have just a nice evening with my boyfriend. And I didn't have it because he was putting the stuff up just to figure out it is not working very well. It is not working very well. There is no nice sound. Oh man. And that today, or maybe tomorrow, or I don't know, he will change it again to the stuff that we had. And yesterday I was just saying, I'm sorry to say, babe, but I knew it. I knew it because there's always something. There's always something. When you get something like for free that you don't have to pay for, there's always something about it. I mean, honestly, we did get something and it was broken. There was like a chip in it, like on a plate. Like, imagine, I didn't even know what it was, but I guess we just threw it away. I mean, just imagine you get a bowl, a very nice china bowl, and then you pour something in and it's broken because you see it's just glued together. This is like the way that they do it. And they say, and it's not like, hey, it's broken, it is broken, maybe it is working, if not, throw it away. oops, like my family would do. Honestly, I just know it my family way. So because of that, maybe I'm always that distracted when they do it in their way. Because I was raised differently, or I've seen it differently. And oh, and so yeah, I mean, with the broken things, I've just seen it. I mean, I've seen it, I've received it. And yeah, I don't know, you always get it with the sentence, hey, I don't need it anymore, and then honestly they just put a bow in it and give it to you for Christmas or your birthday with the sentence, hey, I don't need it anymore. That's always nice. And yeah, and then you figure out it is broken. I mean, what a lovely present. And I don't get it. I mean, do you get those things? I mean, does your family do that too? Does your family, sorry. Does your family do that? I mean, do you get stuff that is broken with the sentence, hey, I don't need it anymore, maybe you can use it? And then you just figure out it's not even working? Yeah, and honestly, if my boyfriend would get a car, I would be very, very, very suspicious and not. I wouldn't go with that. I wouldn't drive with it. Because I would figure out the brakes are broken, or the gas is leaking, or I don't know, but there would be something about it. And this is making me a little bit sad. And so we did have a nice talk yesterday, even though the whole 4-hour nightmare thing. And I was like, well, I don't want to be a bitch about it. I'm very happy when you get those things, when you do get something that you would like to have and that you need, or that is newer or better or whatever. But I have seen that so often now, that there's always something about it, and I don't understand it, and I don't like it. And I do put on the I want to protect you shield, and he's fighting it, because he's of course thinking that his family is not like that, but when you just open your eyes, you see it. And I was like, I am not interested in fighting with him or with you. Oh shoot. All the time. And 90% when we fight, it is because of his family, because they did something to him, did something to me. We're talking or were calling me weird names, or saying, oh, it was so funny. And I don't want that anymore. And he understands, he totally does. But somehow he kind of, I don't know. He's always, he knows it and he doesn't like it too. But as soon as there is something okay, it's like when his mom got us something broken, or his dad, I don't even know, or I don't remember. It's like, okay, throw it away, being stressed out about it, or being not happy about it. Yeah. And on the next time when they get us something, again, something that they don't need, or aka that is broken, he's not saying, well, is it working this time? Or he's not saying some comments. He's not commenting those things. And it's like, okay, going back on on the start and figuring out that it is broken again. And next time he gets something, he's back on start and is happy that he gets something. And I don't know. But I don't know why. But I just try to tell him that I do see those things and I remember those things. And every time there is something that we get, I expect that there is something about it, because otherwise it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in the picture that they created from them. So, okay, so now, oh, again, 40 minutes, and so, okay, that was my thing for yesterday. A stressful day, and even more stressful at home. But yeah, we'll see. I hope I didn't miss something, but it was weird. It was not good. It was, yeah. I don't even know. I mean, I know I sound like a bitch in those things, but is it wrong to expect something to work when you get it as a present? Okay, just let me know what you think about it. Or what you don't think about it. I don't know. So, we're finished with this color. I guess there's one more spot that I missed. And I guess when you see it, you're like, oh my god, it's so obvious. I know that. I know that. And I know that I will start sneezing right now because I do have those nice spring allergies. I will end this video. Please subscribe, hit the bell, do whatever you like. If you don't, then don't. Have a beautiful day. And I guess I will upload this video right now. So it will be up on, I don't know, what date is it? 3rd of July. So have a nice day. Bye bye.